Hello, Kai.
Hi.
Please tell me first, how did you get the idea to create a black and white silent movie?
Oh,
I'm curious.
That's a tough one. I guess the right answer would be that my passion for black and white movies, maybe passion is a little hard, strong word, that I like black and white movies, silent movies. That started when I was young, because my father liked to watch Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy with me and my sister on a real old 80mm projector. So this was really fun, and I have good memories about that. So I would say this is why I have certain feelings for black and white silent movies. And I watch quite a lot. Some the Mono movies like Nosferatu, Metropolis, and some Buster Keaton movies, Charlie Chaplin, Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy, things like that. And I still love them. And the idea to make my own black and white silent movie, funny enough, came when I watched Alf. There's one episode where William Tanner watches the Sheik with Alf and tells him all about it, how he loves the movie, and therefore Alf makes his own black and white silent movie. And these types of movies still have a certain feeling that it's hard to describe, it's just different. The overacting, of course, and the type of makeup. They used hilarious colors because you wouldn't see it anyway, like green and purple, whatever, to get the right feeling for the face especially. And all this together has a certain type of feeling. So I started with the idea of making a black and white movie, but I wanted to make it somehow special. And I'm a big fan of the 80s, 90s action movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, yeah, things like that. So I thought about combining these, and I wasn't sure about how to make the picture, the quality. If it would be more like really the old black and white movies, or if it was black and white but 4K and like it is now. I wasn't sure about that, and then I came to the idea, because it wasn't easy to shoot every image every shot I wanted to have in a real location. So I came to the idea, why not combine really every century and every movie type into one short movie? So use AI, a lot of green screen. In the end we used only green screen because I didn't have any locations I needed. So I wanted to combine all these things. And I wanted to have a modern feeling but still black and white and silent. So I wrote a script and then I put it away and let it grow on me for, I don't know, a year or two or whatever. But I never thought about making my own movie. And then suddenly one day I said, why not try it? Give it a try. So I started a company. I made the first shots. I got the actors. And now I'm pretty confident that we have good material, that we have a good base, and that we can do something great. So that's how the idea came to life.
Okay, that was really a detailed answer. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So do you have any favorite black and white movies then?
My favorite? Nosferatu, for sure. The Sheik. I love The Sheik. It's not only because of Alf, but The Sheik really is a nice movie with a lot of emotions, transported without any real voice. This is fascinating. Then there are good movies, but that are hard to watch because they have lengths, they are a little bit stressful, like Metropolis. So maybe these are not my favorites. The Cat and the Canary is maybe funny example. What's it called in English? Arsen and Spitzenhäubchen. I guess this is black and white too, wasn't it? Or was it already in color? I have to watch again. I'm not sure. But there are quite some movies that I really, really like that are black and white. And some of them are silent, some are not. Cat and Canary definitely is not. Bob Hope, talking all the time, but that's what he should do, that's what he can do best. So I go with Nosferatu and The Sheik. Yeah, Nosferatu and The Sheik. And then there are a lot of other movies I like, but nothing is quite like these two.
So this were already a lot of movie titles, and I didn't know any one of these. Maybe you could tell me what you specifically liked about making a black and white movie.
What did I like especially about the idea of a black and white movie? Well, I already told you a lot, but what is really special for me personally in a black and white movie and a silent movie is that things are totally different. You have to tell the story differently. You cannot just use colors like blood, for example. Blood always has a certain impact. So there is no red. There is no impact of a bullet at a body, nothing like that. And this makes it more difficult to get the action really to the viewer, to the audience. And the same is with no sound. I mean, if you have the sound of an MP, of a gun that shoots bam, 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 that's one thing. But if you just have the movement, you have to do things differently to get the same feeling, to get the same amount of action. It's not the same. It just can't be. Without the noise, without the bam and the blood. That is the most important point for this action movie. And then also, of course, the face. If you have close-ups, as I said, they used extreme makeup in the old black and white movies, and we didn't do that. Why not? First of all, we have 4K, we have a clear image, so we don't have to overdo it. Then again, we didn't want to overact. We wanted to make a modern movie, but black and white, more like Sin City, for example. And therefore, we didn't use this makeup. And to cut a long story short, what really fascinated me was the different type of telling that you need to get the same information transported, to get the audience to feel the same things, or slightly different, but to get the feelings that you want. I think it was easier, or I guess it would be easier with color and of course voice. Now, yeah, that's my answer. It is the different type of telling the story. That's it.
Okay, so from what I heard, was it more difficult to do a black and white silent movie then, compared to a normal movie with colour and voices?
as I said, it was in some areas more difficult. It was more complicated. But in the end, it's hard to say. If you listen to me, I have an extremely German accent, and this is not on purpose. This is not to be funny. This is just how I speak. So for me personally, it would be quite difficult to play with my real voice. I guess, yeah, it's a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his first movies, when he says "Hasta la vista, baby," or something like that. So that part was easier for me because nobody hears me talk in the movie. So this is a plus for me. But I guess for the other actors it was more difficult not to be able to transport with a voice. You have to do more with your facial expressions. You have to, but we didn't want to overact, as I said before. I'm repeating myself, but that's the point. You don't want to overact. At the same time, you have to overact a little bit because you have no voice to transport the message. You cannot say something in fear or be angry or whatever. It's just not possible. You just have to do everything with facial expressions without overdoing it. So I guess this is a more complicated part. And no color, as I said before, it has a certain impact. If the bullet hits the body and blood spreading, and especially if you have movies that's like a bit crime noir, not so colorful, and then you have a certain type of red, that has an impact. I guess it was, for the team it was more complicated to make a black and white movie, silent. But for me personally, with my accent, it was heaven. Yeah, much easier.
Good for you then. Thank you, Kai, for the interview. Do you have any message for the audience? Any last words before we call it a day?
Few words. Well, I hope that we get the funding and that everybody can enjoy the movie. I hope that it really is what you expect from the movie, what the audience expects from the movie. I know that what we did so far I like very much, and that I'm pretty sure we can do something awesome. But message for the audience, I guess my message would be, if you have an idea, if you have a script in your mind or written it down and you don't know how to get it done, just start. Just do it. I'm very happy with my decision to make a movie, to just do it, get the people together, and believe me, you have more friends that will help you, and you will have a lot of support from the people nearby. And even if it doesn't work out for you, you will have a lot of fun, that at least. And I guess you would be surprised how good this can become, how good this can be. You learn a lot, you get better, and we already prepared some scenes. I hope you will watch them, so you can see, yeah, you can do everything, but only if you start. Thanks a lot, and yeah, till next time.